Good afternoon, dear students. So, in the last class, we are discussed about the various traditional techniques of managerial control. Okay. So, in this traditional techniques, including number one is personal observation, then statistical reports. Another one is break-even analysis. The next one is budgetary control. Okay. The last class we have discussed about this break-even analysis and budgetary control, meaning and all we already discussed. Okay, but this budgetary control having certain advantages. Okay, what are the various different advantages of budgetary controlling? So this budgetary controlling, it is focuses on a specific form. It is bound target, thus it is helpful to attainment of organizational goals and objectives. Okay. We also know this budgetary control, this budget we can going to prepare on the basis of a particular period of time, it including the time period, specific time we are going to mention. Okay, for example, sales budget within 1 month period of time. In 1 month we can going to sell 500 units. Okay, so just this budget we can mention into the quantitative terms. Okay, so that's why when it is having the time bound, it will be targeted to easily achieving organizational goals and objectives. So this is also one of the advantages of budgetary control. Okay, so another one is budgeting is a source of motivation to the employees. At the time of you're going to motivate the employees also, we can using this budgetary control. Why means this budget can helpful to measuring the performance of the workers who are going to perform into the organization. Okay, so when they are going to measure the performance, it can also helpful to know the standards against which their performance should be appraised about the workers. Okay, so this is also one of the advantage of budgetary control. It is helpful to appraise in the performance of the workers. Okay, so next one is it is helpful to optimum or effective utilization of resources. Okay, so budgetary control, it is helpful to optimum or effective utilization of resources. Okay, effectively use resources into the organization. This is also one of the main objectives of each and every business. Okay, so when we are preparing the budget on the basis of the time period, so this is helpful to allocation of resources on the basis of our requirement. Okay, requirement, this is also one of the very important concept. On the basis of our requirement ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆಗೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲಗಳು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಇದರಿಂದ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲಗಳ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಬಳಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಇರುವಂತ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಸರಿಯಾದ ರೀತಿ ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಆಫ್ budgetary control. It is helpful to effective utilization of resources. Okay, so another one is budgeting. It is also helpful to achieving the coordination among different departments. Okay, if for example like production department and also sales department. Okay, so these are all having a link between these two departments. On the basis of the productions only we can make the sales. Okay, so that's why ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇವರೆಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರಷ್ಟನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆಯೋ, ಸೊ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರು ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಒಂದು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? So next one, another advantages is it is facilitates to management the expectation of streaming those operation which divide budgeting standard is a significant way. Okay, ivaga management on the exceptions of managemental activities are there. Okay, some management conducting various different types of operations into the organizations. Okay, it is deviated to budget standard. Okay, main thing is budget is very important to conducting any activities into the organizations. On the basis of our budget only we can go into conducting various different operations into the management or any organization. That's why budget can be helpful to all the activities should be conducted in the organization. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅದರ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, so these are all the various different advantages of budgeting control. Okay, so some flexible budget also should prepared which can be operated with the forecast about the future. Okay, so already know in the last class I told the budget, it is always one of the future oriented, and the basis of this future estimations and events or uncircumstances just we can going to measure it, and the base of that we are going to preparing any budgets. Okay, so that's why it is also one of the future oriented, is more helpful to easily achieving the organizational goals and objectives. Okay, so these are all the various different advantages of budgetary control. Okay, so the next one is the next types of managerial control is that is called as a modern techniques. You already know this managerial control we can be classified into two types. One is traditional techniques, another one is modern techniques. So traditional techniques you already learned. Okay, so today in this session we are going to learn the modern techniques of managerial control. Modern techniques. Modern techniques of managerial control. Okay, so in this modern techniques, so including the various different types. Number one is return on investment. Return on investment. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ROI ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, return on investment. Okay, so this is also one of the main modern techniques, and then nowadays modern techniques, all those at presently the organization should be adopted and the containing these activities. Okay, practically they are adopting and running this techniques into each and every organization. That is called as a modern techniques. Okay, so in this modern techniques including number one is return on investment. Return on investment ಹೆಸರೇ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು 1,00,000 rupees ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ 1,00,000 ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಒಂದು 10% ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ 1,000 rupees. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ತಕ್ಕಂಗೆ ಸೊ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ yards for measuring whether not invested into capital has been effectively for generating reasonable return. Okay, so return on investment should be considered as a yardisk is nothing but the halte goal anta helthivi. It is possible, easily can possible to measure the returns on investment. Okay, that's why it can be used for measure overall performance of the organizations. So of its individual or department, if any divisions. Okay, in entire organization we can go into measure their performance. Measuring the performance with the entire organizations on the basis of different department, also any divisions. Already organization having different departments like purchase, sales, production, marketing, like that. Okay, you can go into measure it each and every department performance, and that particular department how much we are going to invest and how much we are get the returns. The base of that we are going to measure it. That is called as a return on investment. Okay, how to calculate this return on investment? So return on investment, the time we are going to calculate using certain formula that is called as a return on investment is equal to net income divided by sales. Okay, so return on investment ROI is equal to net income divided by sales. Okay, so this is the formula for using to calculate the return on investment. Net income divided by sales. Okay, so what is sales? Sales is equal sales divided by total investment. Sales divided by total investment. Okay, so net income. So net income is nothing but, so net income, this is will be calculated before and after tax. Okay, so this is before and after tax should be find out this net income. Okay, on the basis of that we can how much of income should be earned, on the basis of that we can pay certain taxes to the government. That's why this taxable amount should be reduced on this net income. The after reducing the tax should be considered as a net income. So net income divided by sales, we get the return on investment. Okay, then like this at the time of your find out the sales, we also we can consider the total investment. What is this total investment? Total investments includes both working as well as fixed capital investment. Okay, and at the time of your investing we can find out the two types of capital, that is called as one is working capital, another one is fixed capital. So working capital in the sense, this capital we can use for the purpose of day-to-day expenses, day by day expenses of the firm. Fixed capital means this capital should be investing on the basis of the fixed assets. Okay, on the basis of the fixed assets we can spend the fixed capital. Okay, so this total investment including both working as well as fixed capital investments, this should be considered as a total investment. Okay, on the basis of that we can find out the sales. Okay, so according to this technique, so return on investment can be increased either if any increasing sales or volume, particularly we can reduce the total investment, and also reducing total investment without having the restrictions about the sales value. Okay, so on the basis of these techniques, on the basis of the formula, so we can find out the total investment and total sales, and finally how much of returns we get. You can go to find out it. Okay, and really return on investment ಅಲ್ಲಿ net income ಮತ್ತು sales base ಮೇಲೆ, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, so that's why if any management to effective means of control for measuring company's performance were in different types. Okay, on the basis of this return on investment technique, each and every organization can easily find out the investments and sales volume, and the profit should be earned into the particular period of time. So this is the one of the modern technique should be used into the companies or if any organization.